Hey everybody, I'm Bob Wise here with Open for Business. We have some very special guests today. Tom Homewood, Sean Hopkins with Awen Winecraft. Hey, thanks for joining us today.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks for having us.
So what a cool thing doing wine tastings at the historic McCulley House. But first, why the name Awen? How did that come about?
So we were looking for names. Our underlying LLC's name is On Oak Cellars because everything we make touches oak. And we thought about doing that. And Sean was, we both travel a lot. And so he was on a plane, worked on some label mock-ups, and he had a whole bunch of symbology in there. So he had the Ankh and the Eye of Ra, and there was this curious little symbol. And I said, "Oh, what's that symbol?" He says, "I forget." So we looked it up, and it was called, and we mispronounced it for a while, called the Awen. So, and then we looked up the meaning, and the meaning is the spark of creativity or the source of divine inspiration. It's a symbol of the muse or creatives. So some of our interests are being musicians on the side, and so I said, "Hey, that sounds like that should be the name." And it actually is a Celtic rune. So it looks like it's the 3 points and 3 rays. It's upside down from the Awen in the logo. So it's usually
Nice.
down.
Nice.
And it's a Welsh word. So Sean and I both have Welsh in our backgrounds. So we took the name and it kind of just fit and clicked and decided to go with it.
Well, it's really, that's awesome explanation. Now, Sean, why Jacksonville? How did you end up at the McCulley House in Jacksonville?
So Jacksonville, I moved up here in 2011 from Santa Cruz and really started experimenting with winemaking up here. And one of the things that I immediately noticed is, Jacksonville's really at the head of the wine trail. It seems to be where the heart of the spirit of wine is in this valley, right? And so when we opened up in 2016 and we started having initial discussions about tasting rooms, it was always in our mind to be downtown somewhere as opposed to out on a wine trail. And we looked at Medford, we looked at Central Point, we considered Ashland, but really Jacksonville was where the heart of the community was. Our friends at KOBI North are there, our friends at South Stage are there, our friends at Anchor Valley are there. And Daisy Creek, who is one of our really early partners in winemaking, Russ Lyon over there. We decided when the spot became available that that was a perfect spot. One of the first places you see when you come into Jacksonville.
Right.
Even before COVID, we loved the patio there, outdoor seating, night times, just drinking wine on a patio with nice lights above you is a really cool thing. And then, in COVID times when we actually leased the place, it's even better because we could see people outside, right? Which meant we could be open for business.
Sure. And, both of you have witnessed what's happened in the Jacksonville area with the amount of wineries we have now. I moved here 17 years ago, and it blows our mind the amount of activity going on up there. So obviously that had a draw for you too.
Foot traffic being a huge piece of what we do, right? Like, I love seeing Jacksonville, start to blossom. Not that it wasn't blossoming before, but there's a definite feeling around there right now of the expansion and what's coming.
What made
wines? Yeah. Oops, sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was just to say the wine scene. As Sean mentioned, 4 or 5 of the wineries. There's a couple, 3 others. And so I think the really cool thing about Jacksonville and Southern Oregon in general is that the spirit of sort of camaraderie. It's not super competitive. It's, we've had, before we actually started commercial operations, we had master winemakers, master growers come by and taste the wines we made as amateurs, and they gave us feedback. So, the whole spirit of the community is really great, and that's what we try to do. We try to support all the rest of the restaurants in the area. You're allowed to bring food onto the patio. You can order it from any of the restaurants that are in the local area. Some will deliver, or you can just bring it in. So it's a really cool.
Well, and you two have obviously been working hard to create this brand. You have a friendship and a partnership that is hopefully going to continue to do great things. And yeah, well, there you go, right there. You can tell, it's quite a unique partnership between the two of you, right?
Yeah, for sure.
How long have you two known each other?
21 years.
21 years now, yeah.
So we just, our friendship just became able to drink.
Exactly.
So well, we had a big party. It's pretty cool.
That's brilliant. I like that. I like that a lot. Well, thank you for taking the time to be with us today. Congratulations on what's going on at the McCulley House. Awen Winecraft, how do people find out more about you?
So you can find us on social media at Facebook /Awen Winecraft, Instagram /Awen Winecraft, and then we have our website, www.awenwinecraft.com. All of our events, all of our information, you can buy our wines there. You can figure out what we're doing. You can reach out to us, sign up for our newsletter, phone numbers there if you want to call and talk to us or our wonderful tasting room manager, Kat Scott, who runs the tasting room for us. Give us a call. We'll set you up for some delicious wine tasting.
And we still have a few slots open for the wine club.
There you go.
Keep that in mind.
Well, thank you for partnering with NBC5. Thank you for being with us today. And I promise you, my wife and I'll be heading out that way soon. Thanks,
Look
guys.
forward to it. Thank you.
Thanks.